Alrighty, welcome to another 3-on-3 draft. This is, once again, we're going to use Ely because he's his super powered cube, double the power, and ooh, we got a good pack here. So I'm passing to Tobias here, getting passed to by Janara. It's myself, Falero, and Ely himself. What do we do? Well, there's an Entomb, there's a Hullbreacher, there's an Orcish Bowmasters, and there's a Grief. All these cards are great. I don't think I can pass Hullbreacher. I think it's the best of the draw 7 creatures. I mean, Bowmasters is sick too, but Hullbreacher I find just to be unbelievable. Like, if you cast this in response to a card draw spell, they don't draw the cards and you get treasures, as opposed to this pinging them. So what's going to happen? I take Hullbreacher, Tobias takes Bowmasters, Ely takes Entomb or Grief. Yeah, I mean, that kind of sets up a bunch of players drafting black. But if I take Bowmasters and then Tobias takes Hullbreacher, that doesn't really help me either. So I think I'm going to take the Hullbreacher. These 4-5 cards will be gone. Maybe I'll get back Thieving Skydiver or Mox Opal if I even want it, or Pest Infestation. Hullbreacher into Mystic Confluence. I don't mind that. I think I like Mystic Confluence over Volcanic Island. And pass a Fairy Mastermind, Volcanic Troll, Chain Lightning, Brainstorm maybe, or Eternal Witness, depending on what someone's into. So no power, but Hullbreacher is pretty good. So I don't mind starting on Hullbreacher Confluence. Just be mindful of what I'm passing here. I'm fairly sure Tobias is going to take the Bowmasters over Entomb, which means that I think passing Reanimate stuff isn't actually that bad, but we'll see, because that puts Tobias in the position of either passing Reanimate stuff after passing an Entomb, or going into Reanimator and trying to cut it, but then not, of course, having Entomb. So we'll see. Oh, Archon of Cruelty. There we go. There's also Standstill. This is a great one. 2-minute enchantment. Whenever a player plays a spell, sack Standstill, and the opponent draws 3 cards of that player. So, Standstill and Hullbreacher is pretty nice. Just because Hullbreacher is a flash card that you can just cast end of turn and then cast Standstill. Not because they combo all that well, though. If you have a Hullbreacher in play, you can break the Standstill, but the Hullbreacher has to already be in play. Also, Indomitable Creativity. There's some brews in here. I might just take Standstill. I just think Tobias didn't take Entomb. I think it took Archon. But Archon's also just the best card. But I just don't really want to basically hate draft an Archon. I mean, maybe I could play it, but it feels like if I go into Reanimator, who am I really cutting there? I'm just going to take Standstill. We'll see how this goes. I guess I could take Caracas, but Standstill seems so sweet. Also, like, end of turn, Mystic Confluence, your 2 creatures, draw a card, untap, play Standstill. Okay, I'm intrigued. And nothing's going to come back. Maybe Sauron's Ransom or Third Path Iconoclast, I guess. See if Adeline and Vindicating are still there. I think Caracas, Breeding Pool, Archon are on the short list of cards that I think are going to get taken. And I like just drafting a blue cards so far. Janara has all the packs. All right, let's see what you pass here. Metamorph, Curse of Fool's Wisdom. I actually lost to this in one of the other videos. 6 mana enchant player, and it basically enchants them with a shield. Whenever they draw a card, they lose 2 life, and you gain 2 life. He also has Madness of 4 mana. Necropotence is funny. Gorilla Shaman, the Mox Monkey. Red for a 1/1, you pay XX1, destroy target artifact, cost X. So basically for 1 mana, you can kill a Mox. Curse of Fool's Wisdom is good with draw 7s, and so is Hullbreacher. I guess I could take that, or I could just take Scrubland, because I like taking duels. How good is this card? You cast it and pass 6 mana is a lot, but Madness, it has 4 mana. There's also like Walking Ballista or Metamorph or just Exploration. If I kind of feel like Exploration might be decent if I'm going into a draw 7 situation here. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with Exploration. It's also kind of nice with Standstill. This pack has, Archmage's Charm. Counter target spell, draw 2 cards, or gain control of a permanent mana cost 1 or less. There's Rafine's Tower. There's also Thopter Foundry. Thopter Foundry I like a little less in a 6-player draft. Kind of into just taking Archmage's Charm. I've got a lot of blue cards. I don't really need to stop taking blue cards. And here, There's Zuranorb to go with Exploration, but that doesn't really count. Like Zuranorb Fast Bond is the combo. There's just Tundra, just because a blue duel is nice. I don't care about Blood Chief's Thirst or Burst Lightning or Endurance. Questing Beast is fine. I'll just take Tundra, I think. And then now Lurrus came back, so did Skydiver, so did Pest Infestation. I guess I'll take that. Pest Infestation's, I think, too good to pass up. Not looking much like a Lurrus deck. I haven't passed a lot more black, which is nice. I guess Lurrus is a black card, but I'm not too worried about that. It's also Taiga, but just take Pest Infestation and followed up with Rexage, Green Sun Zenith. Oh, Celestial Colonnade with Standstill is huge. You play Standstill on an even board, and then you just play a creature land. There's also a black-green creature land, and Chain Lightning's still there, but kind of like Colonnade here. I also think Eternal Witness and Green Suns are just okay. And now that I have Colonnade and Tundra, I have a good inroad into playing white cards if I want to. Maybe we'll play the Exploration and Pest Infestation, maybe not. Okay, Adeline and Vindicate both came back. So did Third Path Iconoclast, Irrevoker, Batterskull. I could take Adeline and move away from green. I could just take Revoker. Iconoclast is good, but I don't have the mana for that. Let's just take Revoker. Revoker's a fine card. Don't really have a great direction here, besides some good blue cards and some blue-white duels. That seems totally fine. Flagstones. Oh, Geist of St. Traft. All right. 3 mana, 2/2 hexproof. Whenever it attacks, you make a 4/4 flying attacking angel. I kind of like that. All right. I've got a good start to blue-white here. I don't foresee playing any of these cards, and I don't care about passing any of them. I guess I'll take Reclaimer in case I end up doing something with that. And if I get some blue-green lands, maybe I can end up playing blue-green. All right, well, I'm still just going to take Questing Beast because I think it's the best card, and maybe I end up blue-green. I could definitely see that. Passing a late Burst Lightning, I think that's okay. Because, I mean, the green cards are pretty good. Oh, there's Carpet of Flowers and Taiga. A red-green duel versus Carpet of Flowers is pretty sick against anyone playing blue. All right, let's take Carpet. All right, and basically free Eternal Witness and Indomitable Creativity. All right, so we really don't have that much in the way of white cards. We just have a bunch of white duels. All right, now there's a Mana Vault and a Skull Clamp here, and I'm probably just going to take Mana Vault. Mana Vault's just a good card. Pass the Skull Clamp, Jar. Jar would be nice to wheel. There's also like 2 Triomes, so there's a chance Jar comes back. Council's Judgment. All right, well, we're just going to take Mana Vault here. Even in a double power cube, can't open power. And really, so Breeding Pool's gone, Trop is not, or a blue-green Triumph. We do need those if we can find them. All right, this pack has a Birds of Paradise. I'm probably just in for that at this point. It's also Court of Grace. You become the Monarch, and at the beginning of drop, you make a 1/1 flyer, but if you're the Monarch, make a 4/4 flyer instead. There's also Ignoble Hierarch and Hex Drinker, like a million green cards. All right, let's just take the green cards. Maybe we play this Geist, maybe not. That's fine. Birds is just fantastic. And we're just like a blue-green deck. Probably not main deck and Carpet, though. We'll see what my teammates have. Emrakul, I don't really have a way to use. I'm probably just going to take Cryptic here. Blue-green Talisman. There's also Jeskai Aragorn, which is pretty strong. 4 mana, 4/4 Vigilance Lifelink becomes the Monarch, and it taps down creatures when you attack. But I like Cryptic Command a lot, and I'm going to work on the mana. That's what I'm going to do. There's Dak, there's Coveted Jewel, there's Bayou. There's also Tireless Tracker. I don't think we're a Mishra's Workshop deck, and I guess Tireless Tracker is pretty good with Exploration. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't think I want to take Dak. Just adding another color to the list doesn't seem good. A black-green duel doesn't seem like it really accomplishes my goals too much. And I guess the Coveted Jewel's okay. All right, well, it's going to be really hard to pass Prismatic Beast done. Maybe we'll wheel Halfling, maybe not. Don't really care too much. It's also like a Path and a Set Adrift for your Delve cards, but I've got to take Prismatic Beast here. I need some blue-green lands if I want to put Archmage's Charm, Cryptic Command, and Birds of Paradise and Exploration all in the same deck. So let's try to do that. This Witness is perfect for when I open Time Walk. There is supposedly double power, but I need to see some evidence of that. Haven't passed any of the Time Vault untapping things, which could mean that someone has a Time Vault, or it could mean that no one's opened any of those. All right, I'll just take Remand over Jace. I think Remand is going to be better for this deck. Needs more tempo plays. Passing Shallow Grave the other direction of note. Okay, Omnath came back. So did Chandra. Jar did come back to go with Hullbreacher and Mana Vault. So I think I'm just going to take Jar. If you just crack a Jar with a Hullbreacher and play, you win. So, and it's not like Jar Exploration is bad by itself. Pass a bunch of white cards here. That's fine. And if my teammates, neither of them are playing blue somehow, I might main deck Carpet of Flowers. We'll see. It's a really strong card if they are playing blue. You basically get mana each turn equal to the number of islands they have in play. That can be really sick. It's Soul Ring at home. And do I want Geist? I don't even know. I mean, I kind of want to play Colonnade just because Colonnade's good. At that point, the Geist seems fairly likely. We've got... So, Ignoble Hierarch didn't wheel. Yeah, that's okay. And I feel like this is a pretty decent start. We have Remand, Charm, Cryptic, Mystic. So we have counterspells from 2 through 5. Birds, Exploration, and Mana Vault as acceleration. And then Tireless Tracker, Hullbreacher, Questing Beast as like kind of heavy hitters. So all seems legit to me. Just kind of Bant mid-range deck here. Hex Drinker did wheel. Nice. I will take that. Over Dryad, Wild Mongrel, Scavenging Ooze. There's a bit of a madness theme in this deck, or in this cube, but so far I'm not doing that. Also, turn 1 Hex Drinker, turn 2 Standstill, and then just like, if they don't play anything, you just start pumping the Hex Drinker. That sounds pretty good. This pack has Consider. All right, I don't really care for Stomping Ground. This is just not a Displacer Kitten deck. Nah. It is cute with Eternal Witness, and Mana Vault, but I don't really have that many proactive spells. Let's just take Consider. Guess I'll take Bayou now. Courser with Exploration, I guess, is something. I just really don't think Courser is very good. I just haven't been impressed with the card. I'm just going to take the Bayou. Okay, now I'll take Grist, because Grist is an awesome card, and I just picked up a Bayou, so maybe I can play it. Don't care about Tassiger, Set Adrift. Yeah, those are all fine. Also, hating Grist, I think, is good. It's just the best card, though. I suppose I got past a really late Witness, so... All right, I'll just take a cut down here. I don't think Bedlam Reveler is that flexible of a card. I guess I'll take Virtue of Loyalty just to take a white card. I think Territorial Kavu is pretty weak. Don't really care about missing out on Sylvan Safekeeper. So whenever you draw your second card each turn, make a cat. I have Consider, Remand, Charm... Tireless Tracker. All right, I could see Joel Rail being good. I don't think Wild Mongrel is going to do much for me, so it makes Consider really good. Turn 1 Birds, turn 2 Joel Rail, cast Consider, make a 2/2 is like a pretty reasonable play. So definitely just blue-green, no real combos besides Memory Jar, Hullbreacher, I guess. Or I guess I have Exploration plus a couple things that help with that. Oh, black-green land. Sure, I'll take that for free. All right. I feel like if I don't open any power, there we go. Little Mox Sapphire, pass a DT, a Time Spiral, a Chromox, a Stoneforge, a Smuggler's Copter, maybe get back Daze, which would be excellent in this deck. Yavimaya Hollow, regenerate a creature, taps for colorless. Okay, well, easy Mox. Oh, there's a Skyclave too. Yeah, one of the white cards might come back. Not that I'm too worried about that. Okay, so... Mana-wise, I've got a Prismatic Vista, 2 black-green lands, and 2 blue-white lands. Okay, Blue Mox was a nice one. Maybe Janara opened double power in the same pack, and I can have a little taste here. Passing Demonic Tutor to Tobias after passing Bowmasters isn't my ideal scenario, but what are you gonna do? I might have to splash this cut down to kill Bowmasters, honestly. I've got a cut down here on my sideboard. I think getting back Daze or Miscast would both be pretty nice for this deck. Daze I like a lot in this style of deck. When you can just get on the board early, especially with Mana Acceleration, Daze becomes a very strong card. What is this? Profane Tutor. Huh. Alright, well I'll just take Minsk and Boo. I guess that passing the Stomping Ground was unfortunate. I mean, there's also Noble, which would be really good for this deck. I'm passing Minsk and Boo to someone who will play it. I mean, there is also Recurring Nightmare. I just think taking another color of card when I have a lot of strong cards is really not the way. I'm just going to take Noble. I'll take, if the Recurring Nightmare wasn't there, I'd be more tempted to take Minsk and Boo, but I think Noble is just so perfect for this deck. And I'm passing 2 really good cards. I'm not worried about it. This Eternal Witness looking a little weak. There's a Narset and a Lightning Bolt. And Samwise, Tameo. I mean, I guess I just take Narset here. Seems like the pick. I don't think I want Lotus Veil all that much. Yeah, this is a mostly pretty weak pack here. Guess I'll just take the Narset. Not sure about this Revoker. Really not sure about even this Joel Rail, I don't think. Oh, no, it's like stuck. I don't think I'm going to play Cut Down in the main deck. All right. I mean, this pack just has, I got a Mox, but other than that, it's been a little mid. Oh, I love Memory Lapse. There's also a Tarn, which actually isn't even that good for me. Triome, which is just okay. Feywild Caretaker is pretty nice. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer, or 5 mana, 3/4, not flyer. Takes the initiative. At the end of your turn, if you have the initiative, you make a 1/1 flyer. But I think I'll just take a 2 mana counter instead, and maybe Restless Vinestalk will come back. That would be pretty nice. There's also a Thousand Moon Smithy and an Oath of Druids in the pack. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a chance the Vinestalk comes back. I don't think the Feywild Caretaker is not going to. Is it worth playing Geist of St. Traft? It does seem like it's kind of good in this deck. Okay, Channel. No, we're miss on Channel. There's a black-green land. I don't really need that too much. There's Merchant Scroll, which is pretty good if you have Ancestral. Search your library for a blue instant. Not very good here. I think I just take Oracle of Moldiah. There's also Kozilek in the pack. But Oracle looks pretty nice in this deck, so let's just do that. I do like Oracle a lot more than Courser. Oracle at least gets you extra land drops. I think that's a pretty big deal. And we're not going to get a blue-green land, it doesn't look like. Unless we wheel Restless Vinestalk or Ketria Triumph, which I'm not very optimistic about. Oh, wow, that's a late True Name. Yeah, I'll slam that. That's perfect for this deck. Makes me even happier I took Noble, honestly. Past Cruelty of Gix, Witherbloom Command, Lotus Petal. The Blue Smuggler's Copter. Subterranean Schooner is pretty good. It's not as good as True Name, though. I mean, maybe I just ditched the Tundra Colonnade Geist. We'll see what the mana situation looks like, but I don't know if I need to play a Plains in this deck if I'm already looking for cuts. I really hope I get the Vinestalk back as a creature land. That would be pretty nice. Okay, Copter came back. Huh. Someone took Stoneforge and took all the other cards I expected. I did not expect Copter to come back. I thought Rabblemaster might go instead, but this is a pretty nice Copter deck. Oh, Joel Rail's back in with Smuggler's Copter for sure. And at this point, I'm looking like I just don't play the Geist. I'll play 1 Swamp for Grist, because I'll have Llanowar, Wastes, Bayou, and it costs me 1 Swamp is all, plus I have Birds. So that's a pretty low cost. Days left. Oh, someone took the Days. Interesting. And, oh, there's a Vendilion Click. There's also a Chromatic Star. Not really a regrowth deck. I could take Chromatic Star, but I mean, V-Click's pretty nice in this style of deck. I don't think I want to play Chromatic Star. Let's just take V-Click. There's also Chromatic Star with Joel Rail, I guess. Maybe that's a reason to do it. Don't care about Exarch. Don't really have anything good to get back with Tameo. Is this like, could this be a Lotus Veil deck in any way? I don't think so. And I don't think we're a Samwise deck either. What do we want to not pass? I guess the Samwise is probably the best card. And we passed a late Skyclave, so sure. Oh, Restless Vinestalk came back. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. Okay. This makes me feel pretty good about things. All right, now, if someone wanted a channel, they would have taken it. Don't care about Merchant Scroll, but I will take Overgrown Tomb. It'll also make the cut down be a lot better. Let's see. So I think my mana actually ended up being okay. Ooh, Subterranean Schooner Wield? Yeah, I'm actually kind of into that. I think I like it more than Witherbloom Command. Okay. This is actually kind of working out. Not playing any of these cards. I guess I'll just hate Scrap Trawler, hate Epicure, I think is slightly better. Last pick, Lotus Veil. All right. Let's take a look and see what we got here. All right. Ended up cutting Narset and Archmage's Charm and Witness. It's just tough, but had to make some cuts. For 16 lands plus Mox, Mana Vault, some birds. I've got the Jar. Jewel Rail did make it in. The combos with Smuggler's Copter, Consider. Seems like it's decent enough to try, and I want to crew both of my vehicles. So I think that's another big reason to play it. So let's go ahead and take a look at my teammates' decks. So Falcon Eyes on Mox Emerald, Soul Ring, and, Falero rather. Mox Emerald, Soul Ring. Got the Entomb. Didn't get the Archon, but we passed very little Reanimate, so I kind of like how that all played out. With Lutri, Sauron's Ransom, Lelia, Rabblemaster, Fable, just all the good 3-drops. Shieldred, and then Time Spiral. Kind of nice. And then Ely has Time Vault. No ways to untap it except Deceiver, Exarch, and Pestermite, but those do give you an extra turn. Got the Minsk and Boo, which was nice. Feywild Caretaker has 1 real Mox and then 2 fake Moxes. So, pretty cool looking deck. And I'm battling against Janara here. I am on the draw. And this hand looks fine. It's just fine. I mean, I'm not going to mulligan a hand that has turn 1 Hexdrinker, turn 2 Jewel Rail with outs to play turn 3 Grist. That seems like a decent place to start. Plus, if I draw a Black Source, I can play Grist. If I don't, I can just play Pump Hexdrinker on turn 3. Pest Infestation, generally not a bad draw. Hopefully we don't run face first into a Fatal Push here. Okay, no so far. And I guess I'll just attack. Ooh, Memory Jar is not the worst. Okay, let's go Island into Jewel Rail. Pass the turn. Swamp, go. Tapped Sheldock. Okay. I think I probably level up Hexdrinker. Oh, no, never mind. I drew Bayou, so now it's much better just to play Grist, I think. And then make a token. Just protects against Wrath a lot better, Damnation or anything like that. Make a token and pass. And now I could, next turn, go like, okay, Grief. I was going to say, land, Mana Vault, activate Jewel Rail, have 3 cards in hand. No, that's not even that much damage, honestly. Okay. I mean, I don't even really know what gets griefed here. I don't really care too much. Maybe Mana Vault, probably not Jar. So it's like Mana Vault or Pest Infestation. I guess could be Jar if you really cared about something, but my guess is it's just going to be Mana Vault. All right, True Name was a bad draw. Land. It's just time to level up Hexdrinker and sack the Insect token to kill the Grief. Attack for 5. Now you have to deal with Hexdrinker, or next turn it becomes super powered. And I have, if I draw blue, True Name. If I draw any land, Memory Jar. Set Adrift on the Hexdrinker. Sure. Land. Just going to level it up. I mean, that's fine. Us both skipping turns when I'm using Grist seems pretty good to me. Okay, and now I guess land or spells that don't cost double blue would both be all right. All right, Swamp was, yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I kind of just want to attack here. I could try to level up Hexdrinker, but against something like Venser or Urtai, that's just really bad. So let's just do this and see what's going on. Dismember the Jewel Rail, sure. I guess it would have worked to level up Hexdrinker maybe. Okay, well, let's make another Insect. And play a Memory Jar. I kind of don't want to play, sure. I don't want to play a Pest Infestation. I just feel like a Sweeper would already be kind of bad for me. And now if you tap out, I just get to buff Hexdrinker. Also, it's just I have lethal in play right now. Don't love that I can't cast True Name here. Snapcaster, Set Adrift. Sure. That is fine. I guess I'll cast Hex Drinker again. I'm going to side in Carpet of Flowers too. That'll be nice. Let's just attack. I assume you block one here. And let's go plus Grist. And then now Grist is getting pretty close to lethal just as an ultimate here. So right now there's one creature, but if my Hex Drinker dies, there's two. And if you -5 Grist, when it resolves, you get to count Grist as well. So it was pretty nice. All right, well, Jarvis didn't do anything there. Hex Drinker basically did it all. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, I do want Carpet. What do I want to cut? Standstill actually looks pretty good in this deck, in this matchup too. I could cut... Do I want to cut like Exploration? I don't really think so. No, I've got Tracker too. That seems good. Pest Infestation is generally pretty good. I guess I wouldn't want to cut that unless I knew it wasn't going to be good for some reason. Narset's also a card I could consider bringing in. Like Questing Beast. Questing Beasts and where to find them. I could also take out a land on the draw because I'm putting another mana source. Yeah, how could that go wrong? That's what I want to know. Let's see what we got on the draw here. Any carpets? No carpets. So if I draw a forest, this hand's pretty good, or a creature. But if I don't draw... No, I'm going to mulligan this hand. The problem is if even drawing one forest is probably not enough. This hand's much better. I think I just put back Oracle. I just put back my most expensive card. I don't think it's a good idea to put back a land there. And now I'm going to go turn 1 Vinestalk and then turn 2 Schooner, and then I can start crewing it with Hex Drinker maybe. I'm going to get probably discarded regardless, or countered regardless. I guess I'll lead with Copter. Kind of feel like I'm getting miscalculationed here or something. Oh, Fairy Mastermind. Okay, well that makes it... Oh, it's kind of interesting actually. Because now... Yeah, this is not optional. So now I get to go Vista, crack this. I already have blue, so let's just get black, Hullbreacher, crew, and get me my treasure. Get me my treasure. I would like to draw a card, and here I could just discard Exploration, I think. And then I get a treasure, and you don't draw a card. Love it. And I think I'm just going to play a Hex Drinker too. Feels like that's worth doing. Pass the turn. And I got to battle through some Lingering Souls here, but I can do that. We can do that. Next turn, I'm going to crew the Copter and attack. The question is, do I want to do anything with Hex Drinker? I don't think I'm going to level up Hex Drinker here. I'm just going to take my turn. Let's crew using Hex Drinker. Though I'm not attacking with Copter either, or Hullbreacher either. Attack. I would like to loot. And I guess I discard Tireless Tracker. I could just discard Consider, but I guess that's the kind of the spell I want to play this turn. Could also discard Grist, or I could just discard Schooner. The reason I'm thinking of not discarding Schooner is I feel like I could maybe make 2 plays in the same turn. Maybe I just play... You just discard the Schooner, actually. Okay. All right, didn't have removal for Hullbreacher. You love it. Block, block, block. You actually want to block with all 4, just in case I have a removal spell. Okay, trade off for a Lingering Souls. Works for me. And let's just play True Name then. All right, didn't have Miscalculation before, don't seem to have it now. I'll keep the Consider in hand. Don't mind missing a land drop here. Grief Me. All right, that's a little late to the party again. Probably got to take like Grist or Tracker here. I mean, I don't know. Either one is probably fine. And send for 2. All right. Well, next turn, I'm going to do some good attacks. Let's draw. And now I can play Tracker. If I level up Hexdrinker, they can double block. That doesn't really seem great to me. Let's just go Tireless Tracker. And I'm going to play a land and make a clue here. Presumably. I could be getting dazed here. I do have to worry about that. All right, land. And let's send with the True Name. I think that's it. And then I'm going to draw with this clue because it basically gets me my my card back or my treasure back because of the Hullbreacher Fairy Mastermind combo. Now, I guess if Grief attacks, I might have to double block here because I'm taking kind of a lot of damage. I could double block with these two, and then I would lose the Tracker and take 3. That's probably fine. There's no way to get completely destroyed. Like if you use a removal spell, then I still trade for Grief. I just feel like I'm pretty far ahead, so taking a bunch of extra damage doesn't seem like it's that appealing to me. And let's cast Consider here. Don't want that. Draw. And oh, am I getting my Hullbreacher killed finally? Oh, Leyline Binding. Okay. So finally my reign of terror is over. Mox. Land. Animate Vine Stalk. And attack with everything here. And the reason I do this is because now I get to pump the Hexdrinker to a 3/3, hit you for 11, and if you don't have anything, you go to 3 against a True Name Nemesis, which I am totally good with. And I'm on 10, so I'm not that close to dying. I mean, there's not that much you could have that you wouldn't have done before attacks, so I don't really know what's going on now. I mean, I guess you could play a Snapcaster Mage. So you take one down to a 13, chump the Hexdrinker, and take 8 down to 5. Yeah, I guess maybe that's okay. Okay, and then now we've got True Name against an opponent at 3 is pretty good. Ponder is now live because the Hullbreacher's off the board. And we'll see what goes on. Ponder into Call the Bloodline. Discard a card to make a 1/1 Vampire Knight token with lifelink. Discard Kozilek into Shallow Grave. Okay, I guess I lose. Wow. So we pondered into some amount of those things. Okay. Dang, I didn't think I was going to lose that. That was something. Though Denara's deck looks a lot worse now that I've seen that because we're trying to do these things. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I still think Carpet of Flowers is fine. I don't really want Revoker, Witness. I could see putting in like a Narset. Seems like it's got a decent amount of card draw. Pest Infestation kills Leyline Binding. That seems nice enough. Call the Bloodline maybe if I need to. I have a bunch of cheap counters. It would be nice to leverage some of those. Yeah, maybe I don't even want Narset. All right. I'm ready to rumble here. That was a That was an interesting finish. I didn't think I was going to just get attacked by an Eldrazi that turn. All right, on the play here. Okay. Oh, okay. This hand's pretty good. Let's keep this. Let's put back. I think I'm actually going to put back Joel Rail. The reason I'm putting back Joel Rail here is I think Jar is going to be good once I get to enough mana. And I don't think I want to play the Carpet yet because I want Janara to play an island first. Doesn't seem to be happening. All right, that's fine. Draw. Ooh, that's not bad. Pass the turn here. I've got Vendilion Click up. Please don't have Fairy Mastermind. A little annoying. Okay. Island? Any islands? Having a Shelldock Isle instead of an island is actually kind of a beating for me here. Because having this Carpet not provide mana is a little annoying. Plains. Sure. What do I want to play end of turn here? I want a Vendilion Click. So the problem with playing Vendilion Click is I kind of want to click myself and get rid of Carpet. But no, I want to set up this Hullbreacher. So let's just get an island and then cast V-Click here. Because I have Hullbreacher Jar. And this draws out the miscalculation, yep. Okay. Land. Okay, land is nice. Now I can pass. I still don't really think I want to play the Carpet. And if Janara taps out, I basically win. I mean, Grief would obviously stop me, but so Ponder. I'm actually going to let that go, not play Hullbreacher in response. And the reason is, if I land Hullbreacher into Jar, I win. So I don't think I want to open it up to removal. I want Janara to play like a Lingering Souls or something. And it makes it look like I don't have Hullbreacher, because otherwise I would have played it. Obviously I draw Carpet of Flowers, and Janara's on Shelldock plus Swamp Plains in the like heavy blue deck, plays 3 blue cards so far. Oh well. Liliana of the Veil. Oh, we found something to do with this Carpet of Flowers. Nice. This worked out great. Carpet, you were fantastic. Thank you for coming. Okay. And then I get to go Hullbreacher into Memory Jar. Boom. Ooh, I even get to not play a land yet, so I can play one off Jar. Love it. Crack Jar. And you draw a card, so I get another treasure. All right, let's go Mana Vault, green, Tireless Tracker. I waited on playing a land, very smart. Land. Let's play Questing Beast. And, oh, I guess I didn't use my... let's level up Hex Drinker 3 times. All right, well, that was pretty good. And I already played my land, so let's attack you. Just attack you for 7, because this will kill Liliana anyway. Boom. Okay, and I just guard 2 lands. All right, well, I would say that worked out pretty well. Now what? Now what you got? I have 2 4/4s in play, plus 2 3/2s, but 2 of my creatures can get larger. I also have this Restless Vinestalk coming, and you have to have a pretty good combo to come back from this position. I guess a Damnation would be annoying, but I can't do anything about that, and I haven't seen that card yet, so I'm not too worried about it. Pass. Okay. I have the Cryptic. Oh, I have the Cryptic. Let's crack a Clue token. Prompt something here, because this will do the whole Fairy Mastermind Hullbreacher thing. Okay. Counter target spell. Return target permanent to owner's hand. And this is lethal, right? 4, yeah. And send. I could even pump the tireless tracker if I needed to. Ba-boom! Easy peasy. We are 1-0. All right, we are up 2-1. Me and Falera won. Ely lost to Zurg even, and it's time to pay the piper. Playing against Orcish Bowmasters now, which I don't love, but this hand is pretty good. Turn 1 Bayou Exploration, play Vinestock, and then turn 2 Consider into something good. Hopefully. I've got a lot of 3s I can consider into. Unfortunately, I don't have double blue, so I can't play like a true name. But, oh, Hex Drinker. Interesting. Let's just Hex Drinker and then level up the Hex Drinker. I feel like that's the play here. And if I get a Fatal Push, so be it. Okay, good. Now it's out of the range of Orcish Bowmasters. Has to be killed by sorcery speed removal or something like an Edict. And honestly, if I draw land next turn, let me see what Zurg played. Archon, Bone Shards, Blood Chief's Thirst. I mean, if this thing lives, I might just go for it. No, look, we're getting Bone Shards. All right, hopefully not discarding an Archon, though. Well, land lets me get Memory Jar into play, which I wouldn't mind. Discarding Winds of Abandon. Okay, so we didn't have the ability to cast Winds, or we didn't want to cast it this early. But probably just didn't have the planes, because you don't really want to, in a deck that has reanimation stuff, you don't really want to use the Bone Shards. No, I'm getting Vindicated. I don't think I can afford the Memory Jar here. It just doesn't really have any upside. I'm going to consider. I could attack with the Vinestock, but that just doesn't seem good enough. All right, I guess I will attack with Vinestock anyway. We're out of action. Let's just get another island. All right, let's just smash, and now we're hope to find something to do, because my Hex Drinker got killed, my Memory Jar got killed, and I've drawn all lands other than that, which, you know, isn't bad. Invasion of Amonkhet, mill, I have nothing to discard. That's not that effective of a card, sure. Oh, I don't like this. Dark Ritual into like an animate of some kind? It's not much to animate. There's a Hex Drinker and an Orcish Bowmasters. But I guess we'll find maybe this is just something else. I got Restless Vinestock coming. What's my best draw here? Like Cryptic Command, I guess, would be pretty good. Sure. Needed not to draw the white on turn 3. Death the Orcish Bowmasters and ping the invasion down to 3. Okay, that's not really that scary. Oh, True Name is pretty nice. Let's just do that. Pass the turn. True Name plus Vinestock is a clock. Adding the True Name to the equation is very nice. And if this flips, they get a 4/4 that's a copy of any creature in the graveyard. So 4/4 Hex Drinker, which then levels up to still a 4/4, I guess. Okay, I guess I hope there's no draw 7s with Orcish Bowmasters, though. I think we have like the Time Twister, so, and I have the Jar, and my other teammate has the Time Spiral, so yeah. Okay, cycling a Troll. And that doesn't bother me too much. Pest Infestation would actually not be a bad draw. Makes 6 1/1s, especially if there's like a Necromancy or something coming here. And obviously I've never really complained about drawing Hullbreacher. Card draw a little less good now that there's a Bowmasters in play. Invasion copying Troll, that's not that big of a deal. Honestly, I might just hit for a bunch of damage here and let Zurg start working on this invasion because I just want to race and can't stop True Name very easily. Okay, Time Walk? No, Grim Monolith. Oh, Okay, what's our last card? Demonic Tutor. Okay. Toxic Deluge? An Edict, maybe? Or just to reanimate for the troll, I guess. Could be. I mean, it's got to be something you're playing this turn. Doesn't really make sense otherwise. Recurring Nightmare. Oh, okay. So we get the troll back. Sack the Orc Army. And... Or you could sack the Bowmasters to try to get that back next turn. That's also reasonable. Okay. Honestly, like, this isn't that bad. I get to Vinestock and shrink the troll when I attack, because it can also do that. And then attack for a bunch of damage. It certainly seems like the play to me. Attack. Restless Vinestock, your troll. And now you either take 8 or you start chumping. And making a copy of something in the graveyard is not that big of a deal. I'm going to keep the Overgrown Tomb in hand, I think. Because if I draw Tireless Tracker, maybe I'd want it. Okay. The old Bowmaster's chump for 1. And pass. You get to flip Invasion of Amonkhet. What does that do? Gets you a 4/4 Orcish Bowmasters. Then I'm just on game plan, survive for 2 turns, and attack with the True Name a bunch. I guess you could also get a Hex Drinker, sure. That doesn't really solve your problem. Because now I can leave Vinestock back to block. I take 6 off this. But they can't copy the troll because it's not in the graveyard. Okay, Bowmasters. Ping me for 1. You can play Recurring Nightmare. You can sack an Orc Army to get back Bowmasters. That is fine also. And do I attack with Restless Vinestock, I guess, is actually the question. I could make this Bowmasters into a 3/3, so they'll end up with a 3/3 Bowmasters, a 2/2 Orc Army, and a 1/1 Bowmasters, and you can double block with the 3/3 Bowmasters and the Orc Army. Oh no, it's a 1/1 Orc Army. Oh, so this actually requires a triple block not to die. Time Walk, that was your draw? Are you kidding? Okay, sure. What a draw. What a draw. I was looking pretty good. In fact, I was looking almost like I couldn't lose. Because next turn, I was going to get to send Vinestock, make this a 3/3. These would have to triple block. You'd go to 2. Well, let's see. I take 12 here. There's nothing to Recurring Nightmare, so you need to draw something else also. So I still haven't lost yet. Because in order for the Vinestock not to be lethal, you need to leave back at least 1. I guess you attack for 11. I go down to 6. Attack back with a Vinestock. No, you need to block. You need to leave 2 creatures back to block, or you die, because you're effectively at 2. So you attack for 7. I'm at 10. Recurring Nightmare does nothing right now, because there's no creatures in your graveyard. Okay. I might be able to beat a Time Walk, but that was still an absurd draw. Because right now, I mean, we'll see what you drew. Okay. Oh, cycling Rafine's Tower. Okay, that's totally fine. Oh, tap. So there's not very many blue cards in deck if that's what you're doing. Okay. You do have to attack with just that in order to not die. Is that true? No, you could attack with the 1/1 Bowmasters as well if you want. The other thing that's good for me is that if this Bowmasters dies, it goes into the graveyard as an Invasion of Amonkhet and can't be Recurring Nightmare back. Okay, so that's why you attack with this Bowmasters, because you're going to recur back the troll, maybe. Oh, okay, so you attack with those 2. So you want your Bowmasters to die. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, land. guess I really don't want to play that. Because, well, actually that's not necessarily true. Hold on. Attack with these two. Make that into a 3/3. Now you double block, but you don't kill the vine stalk. You go to 1. I'm taking 7 down to 3. Oh man, not playing the Overgrown Tomb actually did cost me, because now I can't play Standstill. Because if I play that, I go to 8, I attack down to 1, and then Recurring Nightmare Bowmasters. So I don't know how much it matters. It's not like the 3 cards are going to do too much here. But I don't die here. I take 7 down to 3, and even with Recurring Nightmare to get back Bowmasters, I go to 2. That is not enough. If you do a cheap creature, you play the cheap creature, you sack it to Recurring Nightmare, I go to 9. The Orc army goes up to 2/2. Oof. Oof. Beating the Time Walk top deck. You love to see it. All right, I got to put Cut Down in my deck. I don't want Carpet of Flowers this time. Don't think I want Revoker. My deck is just so bad against Bowmasters. It honestly really is. Pest Infestation is probably still worth it. I just have to get down a True Name as soon as possible, I guess. It's kind of the idea. Maybe Jewel Rail. No, I still think Jewel Rail is good to crew all the things. Maybe I just take out a land because I'm greedy. What? Look, I'm on the draw, and I have Mana Vault, so like I don't want to play like too many mana sources. I have a bunch of birds. Yeah, I mean, I'll still keep this hand, even if Cut Down could have been an island. Okay. What would my best drop be here? A Restless Vinestock would actually go a long way here. It was a fantastic, that game. It just did tons of damage. Plains. Oh, I'll play Mana Vault. Are we cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm? That would make the most sense to me. Yeah. You just don't keep very many hands in a blue-black deck with Plains as your opening land, so it kind of makes sense if you kept Plains, Troll, spells, you know? Next turn, I kind of want to just draw a land so I can either play Jewel Rail or potentially play Jewel Rail and Hullbreacher. See what my opponent does here. I don't love starting with Dark Ritual. Not too much, no. Demonic Tutor, okay. Is this just Demonic Tutor into Bowmasters? Or are we animating the Troll? I guess we're just going to bring back the Troll. No, we're just playing Bowmasters, sure. I mean, Bowmasters is good. All right. Removal spell wouldn't be bad. Land would be nice too. Nope. Pass the turn. I'm not casting Consider into Bowmasters here. I am going to block the Bowmasters with my Hullbreacher though. Or, well, we'll see what gets cast first. Vindicate on my island. Hullbreacher. Now you can't attack. At some point I would like to draw a land. All right. Forest is nice. Pass the turn. I don't really want to trade here. Obviously, if my thing just dies, then that's unfortunate. But it shuts off the silent clearing. I wouldn't mind. Winds of Abandon wouldn't be that bad. Oh, Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. Okay, Overgrown Tomb. Nice. So let's go. Yes. Let's cast Jewel Rail. And then next turn I can cut down the Bowmasters, but this also stops both attackers. Can't beat like Recurring Nightmare very easily. Huh. What is going on here? I mean, if it's Recurring Nightmare, it's Recurring Nightmare, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. If this is just reanimating... Oh, Luris. That's gross. Okay. Don't think I'm going to win this. No, we're done. Would an island have worked out better? Yeah, it would have, but cut down's also pretty important. On the play, I probably shouldn't run that. Okay, Ely won, so we're up 3-1. Nice. Maybe against all this removal, I cut the Joel rail. Yeah, I've got ways to crew. I really don't like playing against Bowmasters. This deck is not like it. I will tell you that. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, I still think Hullbreacher is a slightly better card, and so I took Hullbreacher. Let's see, do I want? Yeah, I don't think Archmage's Charm is right. All right, let's go ahead and play first. And I will keep this hand. I'm going to play Island so I can consider. Funnily enough, I drew Copter and Cut Down, so the Cut Down could have been a Joel rail. Okay. Consider. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep that on top because of how good it is, even if I don't have double blue yet. What do I do here? I think I'm just going to play Copter, because then next turn I can play Noble and leave up Remand if I don't draw anything. And I really want to play Noble right into Bowmasters. Obviously, like, that could happen either way. And yeah, I like where we're at. At some point I need to draw an island, but I have a Remand to help get me there. Copter's nice. What would a good draw be next turn? I guess actually like a Hex Drinker would be kind of nice, because then I could crew the Copter and attack. Okay, bobbling me. Sure. And unfortunately for my cut down, there's a lot of ways to get back the Bowmasters too. Oh man, this is a game where Carpet of Flowers would actually be awesome, but most of the games, not even getting a second island, so yeah, not even that big of a deal. Demonic Tutor, yeah. If I draw an island, I'm just playing this true name. All right, let's go. Let's go island. Oh, they know about Hullbreacher. I don't like it. All right, land. I'm still just going to do that, I think, because I really need to get my second blue here. And I don't really mind discarding the Noble in search of that. Yeah. All right. You tutored knowing I had Hullbreacher, so you probably have an answer to it, but that doesn't bother me too much, because I'm actually putting a decent amount of pressure on here. I do want to leave up Remand at some point, but the Remand's not even like a hard counter, and we're playing against a black deck that has a lot of cheap cards, so I'm not too worried if I don't leave it up for a turn or two. What I am worried about is maybe setting up Archon of Cruelty. That I'm probably not going to beat, but you know, what can you do? Could also have a Time Walk over there, like, but it's not even like Remand stops Time Walk all that well, you know. And knowing I have Hullbreacher is really interesting. Okay. Pass the turn. Huh. I could play Hex Drinker. I kind of think there's an Orcish Bowmasters waiting for me. So I don't really, so I could go like Hex Drinker, crew the Copter, you play Bowmasters, I Remand it, I attack you for 6, and I leave up Cut Down. Or I could go True Name, crew Copter, attack, but then if you play Bowmasters and ping Hullbreacher, that's pretty bad for me. So why don't I just crew with the Hullbreacher? And go to attack. And if you play, play the Bowmasters. Perfect. Target the Hullbreacher. And I cut down the Bowmasters. It's like, obviously I know what's happening here, so I'm not gonna yeah, sure. I'm not just gonna walk into everything. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying my opponent did anything wrong, but it's like, yeah, obviously. Let's go ahead and I'm actually going to ditch the Hex Drinker because I think I'm just going to play True Name here. I don't think I want to leave Remand up. I just want to get True Name on the board. I have 6 points of very hard to block or unblockable thing. And then if I draw an island, I have Cryptic up. It just locks up the game. Even if I don't, I have Remand up, which is pretty nice. I just would rather discard Hexdrinker, cast True Name, and then leave up Cryptic for next turn. The alternative would be discard Cryptic, play Hexdrinker, but that doesn't seem as good. Yeah, sure, killing the Hullbreacher doesn't really bother me. Any creature would also let me crew, but let's just crew and attack. Yeah, discard Exploration. And we're one turn away from putting the opponent to 5, which then is lethal with these two. So with Cryptic and Remand up here, which feels pretty good. Now that I never have to tap out again. I can just answer their plays and the True Name's going to get there. Whew. If we escape from this matchup, I'll be very happy. Okay, yeah, we'll remand that. I'm happy to remand a 3-mana spell. Oh, Standstill? I don't have Cryptic up if I play Standstill, but if I draw a blue, oh my god. Shadow Spear? Sure, that doesn't do anything. All right, let's crew the Copter again. Really hope to draw blue here. It'd be so sick. I'm going to play the Standstill anyway, even if I don't. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Let's just discard the Forest. I really want to play Standstill. I really want to play it. Am I supposed to, though? I mean, it kind of feels like no. What am I worried about? I'm worried about an Archon or a Time Walk. Yeah, let's just pass. Look, if my opponent taps out for Vindicate, then that's fine. I still win. If there's no I'm gonna win this game. I think there's no real reason to play the Standstill, as tempting as it is, you know. Sure. This doesn't do anything. They go to 7, which is still lethal to Hexdrinker or to Questing Beast, which you don't know about, of course. Dahlia. Dahlia. Okay. Counter draw. I don't even really need to counter it, honestly. Questing Beast. And Slay. All right. Nice little 2-0 to start things off. We were in great position this draft. And by great position, I mean we just won the draft. I went 2-0, Falero went 2-0, Ely went 1-1, so we are done. Double power, and because we're so fast, I get to join another draft. Never got to cast Standstill, but it seems sweet. I want to play more with this card. This deck was just okay. It had some good aggressive stuff going on, like just a bunch of aggressive 3-drops. Copter, never got to see Schooner get to work. The one game I would have played it, I drew Copter, which is still a better card. And I got to go off with Jar Hullbreacher once, which was sick. So overall, things worked out really nicely with Restless Vinestock really being the MVP. I like this double power cube. Still going to be doing regular cubes for sure, but some amount of double power, some amount of regular, and you know, variety is the spice of life. Alrighty, that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. We had a pretty sweet, little short and sweet draft here today, but I like getting run over much more than the alternative. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. Maybe the normal amount of power, maybe not. We'll find out. Thanks for watching.